there is a different schedule you need when you're introducing tretinoic acid or retinol in your skin. Yes, they're two different things. Hey guys, welcome and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the schedule that you need if you're introducing tretinoic or retin A into your skin, and also the kind of schedule that will help you better if you're using retinol in your skincare. For a quick recap, remember that all different variations of retinols come under one umbrella term called retinoids. At top of the chain is tretinoic, and below that are a number of variations. As far removed as the retinoid variation is from tretinoic acid, the less irritating and more gentle it is on your skin. However, as close as they are to retinoic acid, as well as retinoic acid are best for anti-aging purposes as well as benefit for your skin type. So depending on what you're looking for from your retinoid, you could make a choice between whether you need retinoic acid, whether you need retinol, or whether you need retinoid palmitate or retinolide. So that should be a guiding principle in choosing the right kind of retinoid for your skin type. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the schedule that you need to follow when you're introducing retinols. I'm talking about all the variations below tretinoic acid, and also the schedule that you need when you're introducing tretinoic acid, the main retinoid variation. With that, let's get started. So if you're introducing any form of retinoid under tretinoic acid, you don't need to be extra cautious or careful in terms of expecting a lot of irritation or inflammation in your skin, because most of these retinoid variations come in the form of serums, which are very well balanced to make sure that the retinoid is very well buffered to your skin. So they can't give you a serum and then you expect your skin to be like inflamed, irritated. Half of us will go back and say, "Ye kaam nahi kar raha hai, it really broke out my skin and ruined my skin." Did I use the word bloody? But sorry, but a lot of us react like that. This serum just gave me a lot of irritation, I'm not going to use it. So therefore, retinol serums actually come balanced and buffered. So you can very safely use them into your skincare routine. Also, they will come with other ingredients like vitamin E, vitamin C to help not only counter the irritation but also give you an extra boost and extra glow to your skin. And so therefore serums are far more popular in skincare as compared to tretinoic acid. Moving to tretinoic acid has far more power to transform your skin than any of the retinol serums do. And tretinoic acid typically comes in the form of a cream or in a tube like this. It's called Retin A as the commercial name for it. Now, when you're introducing these into your skincare, you need to be a lot more careful. The retinol serums you could introduce twice a week to begin with, right off the gate, and then use it to thrice a week. And in about third or fourth week, you can use it every day of the week without expecting any irritation or inflammation. If you do get a little bit of sensitization, just cut it back to a schedule that makes your skin less sensitized to it. So if at 5 days a week it's giving you sensitization generally here and here, move it to thrice a week and then slowly build it up back to 5 days a week. With this particular Retin A or tretinoic acid, you need to follow a schedule very, very strictly if you don't want the irritation and the inflammation or the retinization process, because that can be very, very challenging for most of us. I've been through it and it can be very, very rough for your skin. It actually makes your skin look 10 years older. And who wants that? It looks dry, it looks inflamed, you can get really clear patches of inflamed, dry skin. It looks quite horrid actually. So this particular schedule that I'm going to share with you is going to help you kind of step off from the retinization process and your skin adjust to it very, very smoothly. To begin with, if you're using retinoids for the first time, please use caution. There have to be two things that you should follow all the time. Use less is more, and two, let your skin adjust to it, listen to your skin. To begin with, use very little quantity. If you have dry, sensitive skin, you should definitely not go beyond this in your first week, or actually in the first 2 weeks. Don't go beyond this. If you have oily skin and your skin is fairly good, you can actually increase the quantity to this, because oily skin has a very strong lipid barrier, doesn't get irritated, inflamed very fast. So you can afford to start with a little larger quantity. You might hear people say, or you might read it in the tube that use pea-sized. But remember, the quantity really depends on the size of your face. For a face as big as mine, where my forehead is like almost half the size of my face, if I started with a little less quantity, it's going to have no effect on my skin. Now, in week 1, I'm going to be dividing this into 2-week intervals. And I have the schedule listed with me over here because I don't want to lose my chain of thought. In the first 1 week, when you start using this, wash your face, cleanse your face, let it dry, and then go in with your moisturizer. It's important you go into the moisturizer because it really helps buffer the retinoic acid for you and therefore help your skin ease into it. Apply your regular moisturizer and then go in, let it sit for about 5-10 minutes, and then go in with your Retin A or retinoic acid. I'm going to be using these words interchangeably, but I mean the same type of retinoid. So, and when you apply it, make sure you avoid this area completely. So go in with your nice moisturizer here, or even if using an eye cream, and then go in with your Retin A. Avoid this area completely and avoid this area completely. If you're going to go close into your lips, you're going to know you're using Retin A. Your lips are going to practically crack in a few days' time. So be very careful. And even over here, it can really hurt and sting after some time. So be very careful. So you're going to follow this for 2 weeks and see how your skin is going. If there is no reaction, no inflammation, no irritation, you can step up your retinoid a little bit. So if you began with, say, folks, I'm wasting my cream. If you began with this much, you are not going to double the quantity. You're just going to go in with a little more. That much more. And that's it. You're still going to cleanse your skin, apply the moisturizer, then go in with the Retin A. And avoid this area, avoid this area, and avoid this area. So a good thing to do is apply a moisturizer here, a little thicker here and here and here. Okay, my neighbor. And then go in with the Retin A. You're going to continue this for the next 3 weeks. So 3 weeks you are at once a week, and you're going to stay there without moving the quantity of Retin A at all. All right. Now you're in week number 4. Week number 4, push it to twice a week. Do the same process. Do your cleansing, do your moisturization, and use the Retin A twice a week. Stay over there for the next 2 weeks. Remember, as you move forward, it's going to get easier for you to go faster and up the quantity. But you must start slow to begin with. The first 3 weeks are critical. Now, week 4, you're using twice a week. You continue that for week 6. Till week 6, you are at twice a week. In the week, post the week 6 to week 7, you increase the quantity to thrice a week. And stay there for the next 2 weeks. At week 8, you're basically using Retin A poster cleanse, using your moisturizer, and you're using your Retin A, and you're using that for thrice a week. You're going to stay at thrice a week for week 10. So starting at 8 weeks till week 10, you're going to be at this schedule only. After week 10, what you can do is start decreasing the amount of moisturizer you're using. So week 10 to week 12, decrease the moisturizer because now you want your skin to have more Retin A and less buffering agent. From week 12, now week 12 means you're 3 months. So you have kind of gotten over the entire retinization process, which if you follow this schedule, you wouldn't have had any irritation, any inflammation, or any sensitivity. So from there on, what you can do is now stop using the moisturizer. But keep in mind, you can do that only if your skin is well hydrated. So the days that you're not using your Retin A, make sure you're using good hyaluronic acid, you're using a good humectant, you're using a good emollient moisturizer to make sure that your skin is well hydrated and moisturized. I've done a video on what are the best kind of moisturizers when you're on retinoids. It's going to be listed here or in the description box. Please have a look. Now from week 12 onwards, when your skin is well acclimatized to vitamin A, it's reacting very well, you've started seeing at least the plumpness and the glow on your skin, is when you can push up the Retin A use. So stop using the moisturizer and start with Retin A direct on your skin after cleansing. Quantity. Go back to the first quantity that you used to begin with, because remember, you don't have any moisturizing, so you don't have any buffer on your skin. So go with this. However, since your skin is already used to vitamin A, you'll be able to jump up the quantity very, very fast. So week 13, you're using this quantity. Week 14, you'll add the second quantity. So back by week 18 or week 20, you'll be actually using this amount of retinoid directly on your skin. You're going to experience massive amount of softness on your skin. Your skin is going to look really supple and really glowy, because what retinoids do is that they improve the skin cell turnover. And when you have younger skin cell turnover, your skin looks very fresh and glowy. Along with that, because it's increasing the cell turnover, it compacts the stratum corneum or makes it thinner. And when that is thinner, your skin gets an extra glow and freshness to it, which is not bad for your skin at all. Because along with thinning the stratum corneum, which basically collects all the dead and the horny cells, it actually thickens the lower part of your skin, making your skin very plump and fresh and strong. It hits directly the retinoid receptors, which kind of increase your collagen buildup in your skin. So it really has a dramatic anti-aging effect on your skin. So by week 20, your skin has now become acclimatized to vitamin A, and what you can do is get adventurous. So keep in mind, what I'm sharing with you is a little controversial, but I'm coming from my field experience and my personal experience of having used Retin A very successfully, and also I've had a whole lot of clients transition into using Retin A. What you can do is actually go fairly closer to your eye area, especially this area here. This is where you get crow's feet. This is where I have a lot of wrinkling, and here. The trick to do it is that because the skin is very sensitive, you still got to use a little bit of moisturizer here and then go in with the Retin A. Make sure you're avoiding this particular peak, but till here you can easily go in with your Retin A. To begin with, you were here. This was your perimeter for not crossing with Retin A, but by week 20, you're going in this close to your Retin A. Same thing over here. You're going to add a little extra moisturizer and you're going to go in over here with your Retin A, because as we age, we want this particular fold to be softer and not as sharp. So you need Retin A here as well. And same thing over here. As we age, our wisdom line come in and you don't want that to be very prominent. You're going to go closer to your vitamin A. Listen to your skin and be smart about it. When you start introducing it, start little, and then over a period of weeks, build up the quantity. But you can easily go in here, go in here, and go in here, and your skin will be completely fine. I currently go in really, really close to my lips, because as you age, you're going to get thinning of lips, you're going to get wrinkles over here. You don't want that to happen. So don't go on the softer part, just stay outside of it. But keep in mind, you're on week 20 to 25 over here, not on week 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, you're practically in your 5th month, so you can go in deeper with your Retin A. The other thing you can do is also start adding Retin A to your neck and décolleté. So start again using less, just with your skin. Don't forget this area. Your neck area is very, very thin and will react far more as compared to your skin. So be wise about it. Use extra moisturizer to begin with and go in with little quantity and build up. So keep in mind, the Retin A utilization, you have to work along with your skin. There is no prescribed schedule that your skin will follow. Your skin will react as it does, because it is its own entity, it's its own person, right? So work alongside your skin and helping it get adjusted to Retin A. As you build into it, make sure you're going in here as well, because age starts here first as compared to your face. I also advise my customers to go in onto their hands as well. Just make sure that when you're going in over here, because again, age shows here far earlier as compared to your face, because we take a lot of care of our face, but we hardly ever sit back and moisturize our hands every time we wash them, especially today with the pandemic, right? So apply the Retin A combined with the moisturizer here as well, and even here. It's just where aging shows first. So you're going to be doing that. Once you've done that, be aware that this should not go close or into your eyes, because that's going to cause a lot of irritation. Just be aware of all these small things, and you don't put your finger into your mouth. Don't do that. With that, I come to the end of the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the description box below. and I'm going to be happy to respond to your queries. If you have any personal concerns that you want to consult over, do connect with me on my email and even on the DM on IG. I've been a little slow in responding to a lot of the queries because, like I said, this is the busiest month for me, but I'm going to get better definitely by January. Till that, thank you so much for spending your time with me. Till I catch you next time, be good to your skin and hair. Ciao.